Hello, this is Dr. Terry Simmons, and we're going to do a new feature called
The Clinic Minute.
The Clinic Minute. Very good. I have two experts with me here, my good colleagues, VerKamp and Dr. Winslow, and these are experienced scholars. They lived in that area of the world, and they also concentrate much of their scholastic expertise in this area. So I want to take this opportunity to actually ask them a few questions. Dr. Winslow, if you don't mind first,
Sure.
What about this notion that is popular that there is actually a difference between Islam and the orthodoxy of Islam?
I'm not sure what that question asks. There are some modern Muslims who think of Islam as the way we think of Christianity. They think of it as a power that you can receive as an individual. And of course they use the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet to help them with that, just the way we do use the Tanakh, Old Testament, and the Evangel, New Testament, for us Christians. But other than that, Muslims generally understand themselves to belong to some kind of Islamic group, or at least to a local mosque.
Very good. That is kind of a primer for those of us that struggle with this subject. I teach political science, and yet I learn from you every time that you talk about this subject, because my area, I have other concentrations, but I think it's really confusing to the average citizen, not just American citizens, but people worldwide. So it's a pleasure when they can run into somebody or have an opportunity to look at somebody that really has
technically, a Muslim is a person who submits him or herself to the will of God. And therefore, a Muslim believes in and follows the rituals and the requirements of Islam. Islam is the name that Muhammad gave to the new deen, in the word Arabic, religion, and he meant by it a religion that brought about and organized and ordered the peace of people in a community. And at the beginning, it is clear that Muhammad did not know he was starting a new religion. He was going to bring religion to the pagans, as he called them, the Arabs of Mecca. And it was only later, under persecution and as he received more revelations, that it was clear to him that he was receiving a completed version of religion as he had learned it himself from his caravan travels. So technically, Islam is only the completion of the religious tradition which we all adhere to, Judaism and Christianity and Islam. That's technically the case. But Muslims generally do not study what we call the Old New Testaments of the Bible.
Well, Charlie or Liz, do either one of you have suggested reading in this area for our readers, our viewers? Is there something where they can do a little homework here, maybe help themselves to understand this issue?
Well, I certainly could, but I have to have my materials.
Well,
I've
this is
been
not
out
the
of
first
the
time
field for so long.
we'll do this. We'll continue to do this. So,
I think.
Liz, do you have anything in that direction that we could suggest a reading or films, anything at all that they could get into this?
If it's just about the religion, No God But God by Reza Aslan.
Yeah, that's good.
If it's about political Islam, and I was hoping that you might talk a little bit more about differentiating Islam, the religion, from political Islam. If it's about political Islam, then Majid Nawaz's book, Radical, is excellent reading.
Right.
If you really want to know the whole story, the closest thing you can get to it in English is the great book by Hitti, The History of the Arabs, but that is really also about Islam.
So I would suggest to the followers of the Simmons Review, if you are really motivated to know more about this very complicated subject, here are two excellent sources here who have given you a reading with us. So we welcome your comments, your commentary. Tell us what you think. That's what this website is about. Thank you for tuning into the Simmons Review, Doug.